What's going on, everyone? I've got something very interesting and unique to talk about today. So this comes from Triiaxis, and I did a knife review on one of his knives earlier that was loaned in from a buddy, Jonathan. Jonathan is the guy who owns Triiaxis. And my buddy Joseph sent me his knife. And I tried it out and it was super cool. And in that video process, after I posted it and stuff like that, I did end up talking with Jonathan a little bit. And he makes an EDC tweezer. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. And my buddy Joseph told me about them. And I started looking at them and I thought, that's the weirdest thing. And then I started talking to some people and maybe I'm the weird one that didn't know it was a thing. So I figured I would do a video on the tweezers that Jonathan made for me or sent up for me. He made them for me. And here's what it comes with. And it's a cool little box. It's very similar. It's basically a miniature box, just like the box that his knives come in. So I think that's very cool. It's printed on, great presentation. If you want to see the unboxing, the tweezer came wrapped up inside of the thing and all that. So, okay, we'll just stick that off to the side here. We'll leave his logo kind of there. So it comes with the tweezer cap, a sticker, and a key ring, split ring deal. All right, so let's move some of this stuff out of the way. And let's just zoom in because this is so small. I think we can probably do the whole video zoomed in. Now, these are made in the United States. Jonathan is in Connecticut, so that's cool. And he reached out to me and said, hey, would you like one? What options do you want? What colors, all this stuff? I said, dude, I don't know. Just make me something cool. Well, that wasn't really good enough for him. So I did scroll through his site and I looked at them. And there's a couple different options, a couple different varieties. There's the key ring version and there's the key ring less, the non-key ring. So if we look at this one, this is the non-key ring keychain tweezer. The key ring version has a hole here so that you could then just slip this on to your keys. Okay. This is much better in this configuration with the cap, that it securely goes in. These aren't going to come out. You can pull really hard and it will come out. But dangling around in your pocket, normal day-to-day stuff, these are not going to come out. And then you would put this either onto your regular keychain, or you would use this, split ring that he includes and put it on. To give you some size comparisons, here's a random key. Okay, this is not my house key, so don't try to screenshot this and cut out the things and whatnot. So I'm not a dummy. I've been doing security work almost 30 years, so I'm not that dumb. But yeah, just it literally goes on a keychain. And what's very cool about the one that has without the hole is this part then stays on your keys, and you can put your keys back in your pocket, and you can use the tweezers for tweezing things, the splinters. These are all titanium, grade 5, so 6AL4V. So non-magnetic. So you can use them for bearings on your knives, a whole host of things. So I'm told. Again, I didn't quite get the whole EDC tweezer deal until Joseph tells me that he's got 2 pairs that he carries, 2 different ones. And what's cool about this too, and we'll zoom in a little closer here in just a second, is this is also a pry bar. It's kind of got the angle and the grind, if you will, that this is a pretty useful pry bar. And especially like if it's on your keys, you have a really good grip to use as a pry bar for pry barring stuff. Again, I don't EDC a pry bar. So I have not put this on my key ring yet because I wanted to kind of do the video and make sure I didn't scratch it up or, you know, mess it up before the video. So I will do a follow-up video on this, right? Because I don't have a full review. I haven't used it or anything. And it's not like a knife that I, you know, can handle a lot. And I can give some feedback even without necessarily using the knife. So I will give you a couple of dimensions. So overall is just 2.28 inches. Without the cap, so this usable space here, and I think on his website he says 2 inches. I measured at 2.1 inch with my calipers. Now the weight, it doesn't even register on my scale, really. It registers at 0.1 ounce. He weighs it in as 0.077 ounces or 2.18 grams on his website. To put that in perspective, this comes in at 0.1 ounce on my scale, and this comes in at 0.4 ounce. So it is significantly lighter than a key. I think it's pretty cool. Now, he did this one in purple for me. He has multiple colors. You can have them tumbled. You can have them blasted. You can have them anodized and then blasted, anodized and then tumbled. Like you can do a lot of different things as far as the color and finish goes. Okay, it has his logo there. It's going to stay. Has USA etched in. The angled tweezer heads can be not ground down, but you can redress them. If you mess them up, they can be redressed to make them square again. Because they're titanium, they're not going to lose their springiness. And there's no two that are identical because he hand makes them all and they all come out slightly different. I think there's some writing on the inside of that one, maybe. It's hard to see. Maybe that's just some... Nah, I think that's just... It's the camera picking up stuff that's not there. But they're very cool. Doesn't really focus super great there because it is so small. But I don't know. Who here EDCs a pair of tweezers other than Joseph? But Joseph, please chime in because I know he watches the videos. Especially because it was Joseph's idea to even reach out to Jonathan and talk to him. And then here's a close-up of the cap. So this goes on your key ring and then it holds them. I think it's awesome. I think this is the way to go. The keychain one with the hole in the middle. If you do that, it's one less thing. I think it's maybe a little cheaper. But these are not expensive at all. They're $42 base price. If you do special finish and colors and whatnot, the price can go up. He can do a fade from, purple to blue and just, there's a bunch of options, but they're like $42. Okay. Not very expensive at all. And with the hole, you may have to use the tweezers with all your keys in your hand. So it may not be that convenient. So I think this is a better way to go. And this just clips in and there you go. I don't know. I think it's a very ingenious piece of equipment that I don't know that I'm going to use, but I am going to put them on my keychains today after this video and it will live on my keychain. And I might put it on my Swiss Army knife one. I don't know. We'll see how I actually set it up. But I'm excited to have it in my pocket and hope that just knowing that it's in my pocket, something comes up for me to use it, if that makes sense. So Jonathan tells me Joseph tells me he uses his all the time. So, of course, Jonathan, who makes these, is going to tell me he uses them all the time too. But Joseph, who literally carries 2 different EDC tweezers, tells me he uses them all the time. So I would love to hear your guys' feedback, if this is a thing or that I've just been missing out of my whole life, or is this a very few people and I'm kind of nuts? Would love to hear your feedback. I can tell you, this is an awesome quality product. Jonathan, the owner of Triiaxis, is great to deal with. I think he made these for me from the time I texted him, we were texting back and forth and getting the order put together. I think I had them in my hand in about a week. So, and that included shipping and everything. So I'm super impressed with his customer service and all of that. So that right there is great. And it's a quality product. So whether I use it or not, we'll see, but it does kind of look good on the Instagram pictures. So there is that. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave your comments down below and come back tomorrow. And I will do a follow-up on this in some time, a few weeks, a month or something, to tell you if I've used them or not. So thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great day.